When you first started out, it was the University of Westminster from which you graduated,
Yeah.
and Koh Samui, the Covent Garden store, bought your graduate collection. I know you're really modest, so it's probably difficult to answer, but what do you think they picked up in you? What did they notice in you that they thought was star-worthy?
I think at the time what happened was I done this graduation collection, which then went into the shop. And there was this leather coat, and it was a printed leather coat. And it was in the shop. It was quite expensive, £1,000 at the time. And it was basically a week after it just came in, it was bought. And it was bought by, I don't know if you remember, but Republica. And they used it for the front cover of their single at the time. And he was just like, oh my God, we have sold so many pieces in such a short period of time. So he was coming back to me all the time. It's like, I want a new collection, I want a new collection. And at the time I said, I can't really do a new collection because I'm working full time at the time with Clemens Ribeiro. And he just didn't stop. So I said to him, okay, I will do another capsule collection for you. And when I finished work in the night, in the evenings, night times, weekends, I worked on my own collection. And so I, gave him another collection, gave him another one. And then this Japanese agent came, saw the collection hanging in Koh Samui, and they wanted to take the collection to Japan. So that's how it all started, the very beginning of Markus Lupfer. I don't think the investment is the answer. I think it's all about finding your. I always call it a drawer, because I see fashion as a big cupboard, and in each drawer is a different label. So there's the drawer of, let's say, Chanel. There's the drawer of Adidas. There's the drawer of, name them, they're all drawers. In each drawer, the minute you think Chanel, you think of one item. It's one thing is in your head, and it's like, and then you think of Adidas, you think that's the item. Then you think of, every design. And then I was like, what is my drawer? So if people think of Markus Lupfer, now they think of sequin knitwear. So it's like finding first that drawer, finding your basic, what your label is all about. So that is the most crucial thing, I think, in order to build up a brand in the future.
You've become quite a high-profile designer, and yet it's unusual to be high-profile and not show on the catwalk. Mm-hmm. How did you conceive this idea to build the brand and yet give up on the catwalk? And why did you do that?
Because when I went back, in 2005, when I thought I need to understand what I need to do, and I said to myself, the focus should not be on the catwalk. My thought process was, okay, I need a collection which I want to sell on the shop floor. And my whole focus is on the shop floor. So forget the catwalk, because if I don't focus on the shop floor, I don't have a business. So everything, it starts with service, it starts with, delivery, good quality, in time, be flexible. If a shop has a problem with one item, be flexible to swap to another item. It's like help them to what their demands are rather than the show demand. Think of your customers, and that change of vision changed the business, and that changed the amount of stockists I have.
What do you think the British fashion scene in particular has done for you? I mean, why did you end up working here? And B, is it a helpful institution, or is it a hindrance sometimes?
I think it's amazing. I think I came here for college to study, and that was really crucial, I think, because I studied 2 years in Germany, and it was very basic. It was very pattern cutting. It was very correct. It was very following the rules, and it was kind of really square, I would like to say. And then when I came here, it was all about like, who are you? What is what you want to achieve? What is, push fashion, be creative, and do other things. So I had those two elements, and I think the UK is the strongest in the world in all, to producing amazing talents, in design, in photography, music as well, but also like in the press, styling, name it. All so many UK or English people work all over the world in high companies like in Chanel, in Marc Jacobs, in name them, they're all there. And I think that shows how creative this country is.